Hello, I'm going to be reviewing the Red Queen's War series. The first novel is called The Prince of Fools. I want to start with characters because they are just very well done. So you have the main character, Jowlin Kendith. He's a prince. He's kind of an anti-hero. He has a lot of negative personality traits, but he's funny, he's consistent. He seems like a real three-dimensional character for sure. And even his negative traits, they're realistic to what most people would have as their personality under the circumstances he was in. So just extremely well done characters. It's a first-person perspective. And, you know, in my opinion, Mark Lawrence is one of the best at writing first person. It just flows really well. His main character has a lot of thoughts, more than a lot of novels I've read, but it just works really well and it makes it really entertaining and flow easily. So I just love the characters in this novel. The secondary characters, there is one more perspective from a character named Snorri, who's a Viking. You occasionally get a third-person perspective from him in the form of stories that he tells. Now, I don't love that as much. I would have preferred if it was just the main character the whole way. And if he was going to switch, I think I would prefer it to be first person and just let us know that it's going to switch over. But either way, the characters are really well done. The secondary characters are all solid, but what really sells it is the main character, Jowlin Kendith. Really, really well done. Now, the plot, I didn't love the plot as much. For me, it was interesting, and in the third novel, it all ties together really well. And it ends up being a decent plot, but at times it's slower. So that wasn't my favorite aspect of the novel. That being said, it's a solid plot, and it all ties up nicely. The world building is phenomenal. It's really interesting. There's a lot going on. Nothing feels like an exposition, like it's forced information. It just comes together really well. It's an interesting concept for a world. I don't want to give anything away, but if you read The Prince of Thorns, which was the first novel in another series that Mark Lawrence wrote, it's the same world, so you get that crossover, so you would have an idea already. But a really intelligent concept for a magic scheme and the culture, and it's consistent, so it's just exceptional. So the writing itself is just really fantastic to me. It flows extremely well. I like how the main character says his thoughts a lot. I know that some people might not like that, but for me it worked really well and it made it flow extremely well. He's a gifted writer and top quality writing. There is little to no romance, so if you want romance in your novel, you're not really going to get it here. They do hint at it a little bit, and I thought something might develop, but you're not really going to get that at all. The main character, I would give a 5 out of 5 stars. The secondary characters, more like a 4 out of 5 for me. The plot, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. This is really the biggest hit to the novel. Now, it's still a great novel, and it didn't detract from it very much to me, but, it is notable. The world is a 5 out of 5, and the writing style a 5 out of 5, for a total of 4.4. Excellent novel.